Right now, though, let's stay in New York City. We're going to be joined by Fox 5 New York reporter Sharon Crowley. She's standing by for us, I believe, outside of the British Consulate in Manhattan. And Sharon, it looks like there's somewhat of a makeshift memorial there behind you as New Yorkers pay their respects.
Yeah, exactly. People have been bringing flowers here all day long. A lot of people with tears in their eyes. They were never knew any other queen their entire lifetime. Now we're here at the British Consulate, as you mentioned, and there's a British flag and flowers and candles and such. But we've been all over New York today, and there's actually in Greenwich Village a British-owned restaurant, and people were even bringing the owner there, who's been there since the 1990s, flowers because she was crying. She remembers meeting the Queen once, and the Queen has been, Queen Elizabeth came to New York City 3 times during her 70-year reign. The first time she was a young queen, and she actually said she wanted to come to Manhattan for the first time in 1957 on the Staten Island ferry so that she could see the Manhattan skyline from the water. And she was greeted with a ticker tape parade, the mayor at the time hosting her at City Hall, and there were more than 1 million people there. So that just shows you how loved she was then and how loved she has been now. I've been interviewing New Yorkers all day about this, and so many of them, you know, just were expected it obviously at some point, but we're taken by surprise today and just feel like this is the end of an era, an iconic era, and no matter who comes after her, they just won't be able to fill the shoes that she did, you know, surviving through the wars and engaging with all of those prime ministers. The governor of New York and the mayor of New York City both issuing their condolences to the royal family and ordering all flags on state and city buildings to be flown at half-staff in honor of Queen Elizabeth. But so many ties to Britain here in New York City, and so many people just learning about it tonight and coming by to leave a note or flowers or a candle and express their condolences. So that's what's happening here in New York City. A lot of people thinking about their friends and family across the Atlantic.
You know, Sharon, for those who are familiar, who used to live in New York or lived there for a time, give us a sense. I'm just curious, you know, where in Manhattan is the British Consulate?
Oh, well, yeah, actually, good question. Actually, I didn't know myself until this evening. East 47th Street and 2nd Avenue. And I think as more of us put it out on social media, and there's a lot of press here, as media here as well, as more that they put it out, the more people that show up here, because a lot of people want to pay their respects. And we had a guy biking by on his bicycle, and he went across the street to the bodega. If you've lived in New York, you know that's what we call them. And he bought flowers and came over here, and the pile has continued to grow throughout the evening.
Yeah, and Sharon, you know, I was bringing up the soon-to-be anniversary, the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks, and looking back on some of the clips that people have posted on Twitter, Queen Elizabeth II was so instrumental in being by our side in the days after 9/11. I was just kind of making those historical parallels there. She held a service at St. Paul's Cathedral there in London the days after the 9/11 terror attacks, and her, you know, Royal Guards played the Star-Spangled Banner outside of Buckingham Palace. And so the New York, London, UK, US connection really, really remained strong then and now.
Yeah, that's right. And in fact, in 2010, Queen Elizabeth came here to New York City and placed a wreath at Ground Zero, an iconic photo of her doing that we have. And, you know, as I said, she visited New York City 3 times during her reign. And she really, many New Yorkers look to her, especially after 9/11, for comfort.
All right, Fox 5's Sharon Crowley there live for us outside of the British Consulate there in Midtown East. Sharon, thanks so much for your report. We'll talk again.
Okay, very good.